Did you know that the largest volcanic eruption in recorded history was the 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora in Indonesia? This cataclysmic event was so powerful that it reverberated around the globe, leading to a dramatic drop in temperatures and earning the notorious title of the year without a summer. Picture this: the air thick with ash, the ground trembling beneath your feet, and a massive plume of smoke and debris shooting into the atmosphere, blotting out the sun for months. Today we'll explore the immense scale and significance of the Tambora eruption, a natural disaster that continues to shape our understanding of volcanic activity and its global effects. This eruption serves as a stark reminder of how nature can unleash forces beyond our comprehension. Scientists still study the event meticulously, analyzing its impact on the climate and the environments we depend on. To grasp the significance of the Mount Tambora eruption, we need to delve into the science behind volcanic eruptions. These geological phenomena occur due to the movement of tectonic plates beneath the Earth's surface. As magma rises to the surface, pressure builds up until it erupts violently. This eruption can release a cocktail of materials, ash, gas, and molten rock, into the atmosphere, which can have far-reaching consequences. Imagine a world where the balance of ecosystems is disrupted overnight. When Mount Tambora erupted, it didn't just affect the immediate vicinity. The release of vast amounts of sulfur dioxide and ash created a cloud that encircled the Earth. This cloud reflected sunlight away from the planet, causing a dramatic decrease in temperatures across the globe. The repercussions of this event extended far beyond Indonesia, impacting agriculture, weather patterns, and even human health on a monumental scale. The significance of understanding volcanic eruptions like that of Mount Tambora cannot be overstated. Volcanic eruptions are not just geological events, they are significant occurrences that can reshape entire civilizations. Throughout history, we've seen how volcanic activity can lead to the downfall of empires and the displacement of populations. The study of these events allows scientists to improve predictive models and develop early warning systems, ultimately saving lives and minimizing economic damage. As we dive deeper into this topic, we will uncover the intricate details of the 1815 eruption and its aftermath, exploring the chaos that unfolded in the months and years that followed. From the immediate destruction to the lingering effects on climate and human life, the story of Mount Tambora is one of awe and horror. So, buckle up as we embark on this journey through one of the most powerful eruptions in recorded history, uncovering the powerful forces that shaped our planet and the lives of those who lived through it. To understand the full impact of the 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora, we must first explore the conditions leading up to this catastrophic event. The years before the eruption were marked by an unusual series of geological activities and climatic changes. Indonesia, being located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, is no stranger to volcanic eruptions, but Tambora had remained relatively quiet for many years prior to 1815. This deceptive calm masked the immense pressures building within the Earth. In the early months of 1815, local residents began to notice strange phenomena around the volcano. Minor eruptions and increased seismic activity hinted at the brewing disaster. The volcano, which loomed majestically over the landscape, began to emit plumes of smoke and ash, alarming those living in its shadow. However, many were unaware of the true magnitude of what was about to unfold. By April 1815, the situation escalated dramatically. A series of explosive eruptions began, with the volcano belching out ash clouds that rose high into the atmosphere. The initial explosions were so powerful that they produced thunderous booms that could be heard from miles away. Local villagers, who had relied on the fertile land surrounding the volcano for their livelihoods, were soon engulfed in darkness as ash fell like snow, blanketing everything in sight. The initial phases of the eruption caused widespread panic and confusion as people fled from their homes and sought refuge from the chaotic landscape. On April 10, 1815, the eruption reached its climax in an event that would forever be etched in history. The skies darkened as the volcano unleashed a cataclysmic explosion, launching an estimated 160 cubic kilometers of volcanic material into the stratosphere. This was a monumental release of energy, equivalent to the power of multiple nuclear bombs. The eruption blew away the top of Mount Tambora, creating a massive caldera that remains visible today, a haunting reminder of nature's fury. The scale of this eruption was unprecedented, classified as a volcanic explosivity index, VI of 7. In comparison, the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens in the United States which caused significant destruction, was only a VEI of 5. This means that the Tambora eruption was not only larger, but also produced far more ash and gas, influencing atmospheric conditions for years to come. As ash clouds spread across the region, they disrupted local weather patterns and initiated a series of climate anomalies that would ripple across the globe. The immediate area surrounding Tambora was devastated, but the effects would be felt far beyond Indonesia. In Europe and North America, residents would soon experience the chilling consequences of this eruption, leading to crop failures and widespread famine, as the sunlight struggled to penetrate the dense layer of volcanic ash in the atmosphere. In essence, the days leading up to the eruption were marked by uncertainty and fear, with signs of a looming disaster evident to those who paid close attention. But for many, the full scale of the impending catastrophe remained a mystery until it was too late. The eruption of Mount Tambora in April 1815 stands as a stark reminder of nature's unpredictability and the delicate balance of our planet's systems. As we move forward, we'll explore the eruption's devastating aftermath and the long-lasting impacts that this historical event had on the world. Following the cataclysmic eruption of Mount Tambora, the immediate landscape of Sumbawa Island was irrevocably altered. The once lush greenery surrounding the volcano was replaced by a barren wasteland, with the ground covered in thick layers of ash. Entire villages were obliterated, and the local population was thrown into chaos as they struggled to comprehend the devastation. The initial toll of the eruption was staggering, with estimates suggesting that approximately 60,000 people lost their lives due to the eruption and its immediate consequences, such as pyroclastic flows and collapsing buildings. In the days and weeks following the eruption, a humanitarian crisis unfolded. Survivors faced extreme shortages of food and clean water. The agricultural systems that had sustained them were in ruins, as fields became choked with volcanic ash. The situation was exacerbated by diseases which spread rapidly in the unsanitary conditions created by the eruption. Local authorities struggled to provide aid, and international assistance was slow to arrive, highlighting the dire need for a coordinated response to such a monumental disaster. However, the effects of Mount Tambora's eruption extended far beyond Indonesia. The ash clouds injected into the atmosphere had profound implications for weather patterns globally. The eruption released vast quantities of sulfur dioxide, which combined with water vapor to form sulfate aerosols. These aerosols reflected sunlight away from the Earth, leading to a significant cooling effect known as volcanic winter. In the Northern Hemisphere, particularly in Europe and North America, the summer of 1816 became infamous as the year without a summer. Temperatures plummeted by as much as 3 degrees Celsius, disrupting agricultural cycles and leading to widespread crop failures. Reports from various regions highlighted the unprecedented weather anomalies. Frosts occurred in June, and heavy snow fell in July. Farmers who relied on predictable growing seasons were faced with ruin, and food shortages began to spark unrest in communities. In the United States, the consequences of the eruption were felt sharply, especially in New England. Corn and wheat crops failed, leading to severe food shortages and rising prices. Discontent among the populace grew, resulting in protests and calls for government intervention. The economic impact rippled through society, affecting not only farmers but also the merchants and laborers who depended on agricultural production for their livelihoods. Simultaneously, Europe was grappling with similar challenges. Reports from various countries depicted a grim picture. Food riots erupted in France, while the United Kingdom experienced rising tensions due to hunger and economic instability. The cold, damp summer severely impacted livestock, compounding the agricultural crisis. The combination of volcanic activity and extreme weather conditions led to a rise in diseases, with malnutrition making populations more susceptible to illness. Beyond the immediate suffering, the eruption also sparked a shift in scientific understanding and societal attitudes towards natural disasters. The dramatic changes in climate caught the attention of scientists and scholars across Europe and America. The phenomenon of volcanic eruptions influencing global weather patterns began to be recognized as a significant area of study. This newfound awareness laid the groundwork for future research into climate science, weather forecasting, and disaster preparedness. Artists and writers were also inspired by the unusual atmospheric conditions. The year without a summer influenced works of literature and art, including Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which was conceived during a summer spent indoors due to the cold weather. These cultural responses reflected the societal anxiety surrounding nature's power and humanity's vulnerability. In summary, the aftermath of the 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora was not just a local disaster, but a global event that reshaped climatic conditions and societal structures. The intertwined stories of survival, resilience, and adaptation to this disaster would echo through history, serving as a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the far-reaching effects of nature's fury. In our next part, we will delve into the long-term consequences of this eruption, examining how it has influenced both geological study and societal changes over the centuries. As the dust settled from the eruption of Mount Tambora, the long-term repercussions began to unfold, shaping not only the immediate region, but also influencing global policies, scientific advancements, and cultural shifts that resonate to this day. The eruption was a turning point that highlighted the fragility of human existence in the face of nature's overwhelming power. In the scientific community, Mount Tambora's eruption marked a watershed moment in volcanology and climate science. Researchers began to recognize the complex interactions between volcanic activity and climate systems. This event spurred a wave of scientific inquiry into how volcanic eruptions could lead to significant climate changes. Scientists began to develop models to better understand the atmospheric impacts of ash and gases released during eruptions, which would eventually inform how we study modern volcanic events. The eruption also underscored the importance of preparedness for natural disasters. In the wake of such a catastrophic event, countries started to prioritize the establishment of monitoring systems for volcanic activity. These systems were designed to detect signs of impending eruptions and allow for timely evacuations, significantly reducing the risk to human lives. As a result, many nations established geological surveys and increased collaboration among scientists to share knowledge and expertise. Moreover, the global response to the climatic effects of the eruption led to a greater awareness of the interconnectedness of environmental systems. The realization that volcanic eruptions could influence global weather patterns helped lay the groundwork for modern climate science. It led to increased investment in research focused on understanding climate variability and change, paving the way for studies on anthropogenic climate change that are crucial in our current era. Culturally, the aftermath of the eruption gave rise to new artistic expressions and movements. The stark reality of the year without a summer inspired many artists and writers to reflect on humanity's relationship with nature. The Romantic movement in literature and art, which sought to express deep emotions and an appreciation for the sublime aspects of nature, found fertile ground in the wake of this disaster. Themes of nature's beauty, power, and unpredictability permeated works from this period, encouraging society to contemplate its vulnerabilities. Furthermore, the agricultural crises triggered by the eruption highlighted the critical need for food security and sustainable farming practices. As communities struggled to recover from crop failures, discussions about agricultural resilience began to take shape. This led to the development of more adaptive farming techniques, the importance of biodiversity in crops, and the need for better resource management to mitigate the impact of future disasters. In addition, the social consequences of the eruption were profound. The widespread famine and suffering that followed catalyzed movements advocating for social reform and improved governance. The lessons learned from the disaster emphasized the importance of community resilience and the need for societies to be better equipped to respond to natural calamities. In contemporary discussions about climate change and environmental sustainability, the legacy of the Mount Tambora eruption serves as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of natural disasters. As we face an era of increasingly extreme weather events, the lessons learned from Tambora remind us of the importance of preparedness, research, and sustainable practices to safeguard our communities against the uncertainties of nature. In conclusion, the eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815 was not just a moment of devastation. It was a catalyst for change across multiple spheres of life. From advancing scientific understanding to influencing cultural movements, the impacts of this monumental event continue to resonate in today's world. As we reflect on this incredible episode in history, we gain valuable insights into the complexities of our planet and the enduring relationship between humanity and the forces of nature. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of one of the most powerful volcanic eruptions ever recorded. If you enjoyed this journey, be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below and check out our other videos that delve into the fascinating world of natural disasters.